the Rek'Sai. A lot of follow-up engage for anything that lands. The big problem, they've only got the Glacial Fissure to try and keep everyone at bay, and that's not really where you want to be.
And right now, you can see them all swapping around as the Rek'Sai for Kanavi in this game. Pretty standard considering the Lee Sin, the Jarvan, and the Elise all taken away as well. So still keeping yourself a little bit of AD with the double AP as the lane will be pushing into him. As I said, I don't know, taking a fair bit of damage there. I'm going to try and get the heal out as the Ignite goes down. That was an interesting trade, but overall, Summoner for Summoner, no real damage done to either side. So we can see there is Kiana coming in, though. They jump in with the Grand Entrance. Exhaust goes down. Flash burnt by Loken, and Luma has to flash himself over the wall. They should be able to get out of this one pretty damn easily.
They're waiting for Rek'Sai, who's sitting at the top.
Kanavi is there, will use the tunnel, and they're trying to find out anybody they can, and missing has to put up the Unbreakable. No level 1 shenanigans, but already we're seeing some fireworks in this bot lane.
Tippertat, everyone backs away. Summoner is blown on all sides. Loken and Lumao completely
again from FBX, but I'm going to have to stop myself as well. Kanavi, they're going to go for the TP with the Nautilus. You talked about it as well. The flash in there from, or flash away from the Misfortune as Nautilus picks up first blood. The Braum falls on the backside as well. Beishan can only get himself out as JDG are hard for us. I swear this is FBX.
I mean, it looks very, very similar because that's what you do with Nautilus. And this is why I was blue in the face saying Joyomeng needed to back, needed to go get that second Stormblade. It was greedy play coming through from the bot lane of WE. Edge of that ward, but I don't think they were ready.
And here we go, the quickness comes in. No ultimates available for either of these two in the bot side. It's going to be the Misfortune dropping first. Luma will drop second. There's the Gangplank ultimate as Kanavi has to back away. Loken will take a fair chunk of his own health bar away as well as they try to push in again. But that does mean that Beishan can go for this top side Rift Scuttle. And that's actually a little bit of a botched engage there from JD. Oh, we're going to see a lot of CC, and that tower is going to do a lot of damage. Just about enough for Yagao, and you cannot go under tower versus Nautilus.
Most certainly, but Yagao finds him right on the edge, and Plex, we've just been singing his praises, saying, look.
Like you said, so a little bit of gold. There's the engage coming in, the quickness comes in as well. There's the Affiliate's ultimate as well as the Kiana's, and there's the Misfortune trying to get on top of him, but Kiana falls down. Flash in from Yagao as the fight now really turns into JDG's favor. They have got Loken just free hitting on the backside, and Misfortune just can't get involved. They're trying their best to just back away. Yagao's feeling it, but not too much. He's going to back himself away. 30 seconds till Dragon spawns. JDG going to turn and burn.
WE are not a fan of this mid lane turret so far.
Sing it, but I'm not going to. Yeah, I love how instantly you were just, no, don't.
I've gone to karaoke with you before. I know what that's like.
You live with me. You know exactly what it is. But we're going to come back to that later as JDG look to set up a dive in this bot lane. The quickness does catch out both of them as well as the cannon barrage. They're trying to just pepper them down, but they're actually going to get the Death Realm onto this Misfortune, so she is locked in a battle to the end with Zoom, and she will not win it. It ends up being 2 kills going over to the side of JDG, and they can teleport Yagao to the top side to stop any kind of
outer turret remaining in that mid lane. You can have the side lanes pushed in by Zoom and Yagao. They can just wander in to collapse into mid lane, or you can just go for the play straight off.
You can just go straight in. Glacial Fissure to try and stop Plex from going down. It's just not going to be enough, though. Missing also has to flash away. All summoners burn there. Great hook there, but bullet time to respond means that the side of JDG need to back themselves away. They drop the Rift Tail, but it could die before the charge.
No, we'll get the charge off.
On the backside, though. Going to see Beishan almost get the ultimate off, but not quite. And that's going to immediately incite the side of JDG to jump straight back in. Kanavi jumps in, trying to jump on top of Morgan, but thinks the better of it. And these fights are just happening it seems to be one after the other. People are just walking into JDG.
And WE seemed as surprised at Beishan going in as we were, because that was not the play you wanted to make. Missing was not in position. You had no ultimate from Joyomeng to try and follow up from that. What in the name of God is going on?
Able to turn it all. You can see Kanavi here. Thinks about going in under Morgan. Thinks the better of it after it. But Beishan, oh my dear summer child. Not unfortunately your day as he goes down 0-3. Only 1 kill for Team WE. They did pick up a plate in the top side, I do believe. But other than that, there's not really much else going for them.
They're trying to get them in some sort of coordinated manner.
Oh no, look at the fancy feet as everyone just backs away from the Glacial Fissure. Missing will go down. And that is just unfortunate there for the side of Team WE.
Yagao is backed as well, making his way from base, so JDG can turn towards this Baron. Beishang would love to be able to get in here with the Supreme display of talent, but is 2 levels behind Kanavi, so why would you try and contest?
They have no bullet time either. They do have the cannon barrage, so they could try and just pepper them down. As you can see, JDG aren't interested in the Baron at all. They turn immediately onto Beishang and Plex, and they are deleted. Lumao takes so much damage, but he is still safe, and the Misfortune is trapped in the Death Realm. She flashes over to the blue buff to be grabbed back and smashed down. JDG are ripping through Team WE, and they will take their prize.
Pick up the Baron as easy as they like. Zoom slaughtering the AD carry. JDG making a statement in this game that they want to try and finish this.
That's not a silver lining when they're 11,000 gold behind. But they can still look for a mistake. JDG are not flawless. They can be caught out. But Yagao is just so tanky at this stage, and Zoom hasn't left. He doesn't need to leave. He is just untouched in this bot lane. Yes, defend your tier 2. I'm getting a tier 3.
I love that it's actually JDG who are pinging question marks in the bottom lane going, someone is eventually going to show up to this, right? And that's kind of what we expected coming through with Plex and Joyameng entering into the roster. Big step down from the likes of Mystic. Big step down from GA. And you're seeing the results where they're not able to do anything.
Here we go, quickness shows get the knock up as well. Beishang is just taken and down and flash in. Yagao wants to go 1v4, immediately get caught up by Zoom, who's exhausted straight away. Yagao has a lot of damage put on top of him, but he will Zanya's along with Kanavi as the rest of Team WE is just running away to any kind of safety. Kanavi jumps straight in. They are going to miss the ultimate from the affiliates, but it does not matter at this stage. JDG are just too far ahead.
And now they're going to start pushing in. Well, no, decide the better of it. Going to back away. They're happy with their
half
inhibitor.
HP. Yagao is just playing keep away. So is Lumao. As Beishang tries to push himself onto the back end of this Baron. The cannon barrage goes down. Zoom is just going to jump straight in onto the Misfortune. They're going to use the blast cone. Baron goes in. It's going to be a straight steal. Will he be able to get it? No! It went down to 4 HP. It does go over to JDG. They lose the Rakan. They get the Kiana. Zoom is trying to do as much as he can, and he will just keep smacking people down. There's a good bullet time, but an even better hook coming in from the Nautilus, and JDG will take the game and the series.
And it starts with a hook, it ends with a hook. Yagao on the Nautilus finishing off what they started. JDG will stride through the base and pick up their second victory of LPL Spring.
2 series, 2 2-0s. JDG cementing themselves towards the top half of that table. Again, very, very early on the season, but this is very, very good signs from JDG.
Most certainly. Picking up 2 wins, and I mean, we can kind of argue that it's against 2 teams that you would have expected them to. WE and OMG, people not looking at them as the strongest teams coming into LPL. But at least we can see that with Kanavi, with Yagao, they're controlling the tempo of the early game and picking up these advantages.
You say that these are people they should be winning. We did just watch E-Stars beat FBX yesterday, so these are the wins. It's a very football Premier League reference. You can't lose. You can't do well against the big teams and then lose against the small teams. You'll never win the league. This is how you need to get
this Nautilus put in.
I wanted to touch on Yagao as well. Someone that I think a lot of people were starting to write off as a has-been, myself included, someone that you kind of didn't really talk about in the upper echelons of mid laners in the LPL. He's
away.